Listening to understand, the lost art of hearing the heart. Why people hear words but miss the message, and how true listening can heal lives, relationships, and destinies. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where people talk more than ever but understand less than ever. We live in a generation of voices, opinions, debates, arguments, and noise. Everyone wants to speak. Everyone wants to be heard. But very few people truly know how to listen. And this is why relationships are breaking. This is why marriages are collapsing. This is why families are divided. This is why churches are wounded. This is why leaders fail. This is why many lives are quietly bleeding inside. Most people do not listen to understand. They listen to reply. They listen to defend themselves. They listen to prove a point. They listen to judge. They listen to prepare an answer. Not to understand a heart. That is why I wrote this book. Listening to understand, the lost art of hearing the heart. This book is not just about communication. It is about healing. It is about restoration. It is about saving destinies. Because misunderstanding has destroyed more lives than hatred. More marriages than adultery. More ministries than persecution. More families than poverty. Think about it. A wife speaks, but the husband hears accusation. A husband speaks, but the wife hears neglect. A child speaks, but the parent hears disrespect. A leader speaks, but people hear control. God speaks, but many believers hear condemnation instead of love. The problem is not always the message. The problem is often the ears. This book exposes why people hear words but miss the message. And how learning to listen with the heart can change everything. Inside this book, you will discover why modern communication is broken. The difference between hearing sounds and understanding hearts. The 3 types of listeners and which one you are. How misunderstanding becomes a weapon in spiritual warfare. How Jesus listened, and why his listening healed lives. Why many churches are divided, not because of false doctrine alone, but because of defensive listening. Why care without listening becomes control. Why listening is not weakness, but power. How true listening restores marriages, leadership, families, and faith. This book will challenge you. It will confront you. It will humble you. And it will heal you. Because listening is not passive. Listening is not silence. Listening is love in action. When someone feels understood, they calm down. They stop fighting. They open their heart. They begin to heal. Some people have never been truly heard in their entire life. And you might be the first person who listens without judging. The first who listens without rushing. The first who listens without defending themselves. The first who listens with love. And that moment of being heard can change a life forever. This book is for husbands and wives, parents and children, pastors and leaders, counselors and teachers, believers and seekers. Anyone who wants stronger relationships. Anyone who wants deeper understanding. Anyone who wants to become a healer instead of a fighter. If you want better communication, this book is for you. If you want a stronger marriage, this book is for you. If you want wiser leadership, this book is for you. If you want to grow spiritually, this book is for you. If you want to stop losing people you love, this book is for you. Because the world does not need more voices. The world needs more listeners. Be the one who listens to understand. Be the one who listens to heal. Be the one who listens to love. Listening to understand, the lost art of hearing the heart. This book is not just meant to be read. It is meant to be lived. I am Joseph Habimana Ngoma, an author, teacher, and messenger of truth. My writings focus on spiritual warfare, deliverance, and the restoration of God's image in humanity, truths that many churches overlook but which countless souls desperately need. Through divine revelation, I expose the unseen battles that keep people in bondage and help readers understand how to live in freedom, purity, and light. If you want to read my books, simply search my name, Joseph Habimana Ngoma, on Google, Amazon, Draft2 Digital or any major bookstore platform. My books are for anyone seeking truth, deliverance, and transformation through the power of God's Word. You can find all these books on Amazon, Draft2 Digital, D2D, Google Play Books. Available globally, on all major platforms. If this message blesses you, share it. Recommend it to your family, your friends, your church, your community. Because knowledge changes lives, and truth sets people free. Order today. Read. Thank you.